all about the healing. What up, though? What up, though? What up, though? With my peeps, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Cross watchers are welcome. Fit it in where you get it in. It's not gonna resonate with everybody. Use your discernment. Because, use your discernment in all ways. Ask God. Ask God. Ask God. If this reading is for you, is yours, your past, your present, or your future. So, with that, my day ones, my day twos, my new news. What's up with you? Because you already know what time it is. You already know what's up. Yes, indeed, I love you. All of you. Yes, I do. So, this is going to be my intro for my read. So, if it look the same for each one, don't worry about it. This is going to be it. So, with that, stay tuned for the video. Watch all the reads. Watch every like, share, subscribe. Hype it up, right? If you're new here, go to the description box. What else is it? I think that's it. And so from the I'm doing the experiment. So this is the intro and the back end. So the back end is Trinity is out. So stay tuned for the video to the very end. Story 2. So, story 2, you have someone. So, let me break it down. Because I just did story 1. Go back and watch story 1. The various clips of story 1. But this is story 2. So, this person is full of animosity, hating on you, watching you, everything you do. This is the scenario when I said you got somebody that's watching everything you do and then get mad when they get mad at you for you being you. Now, they come to your page, just an example, because this is the energy that I'm getting. They come and watch you wherever you are, on your page, doing divination on you, watching readings, watching messages, trying to piece everything together about you. They actually are invading your privacy. They are watching you, but they're watching you to the point where they are invading your privacy. They're watching you so hard. Right? They going places and doing things that invade your privacy on the lines of spiritual law, against your knowledge, coming in your your space against your will, is what I'm trying to say, and invading your privacy, which go against spiritual law, right? So they go and watch you, and then they get mad because what they see is greatness. What they see is resilience. What they see is someone that's constantly working on themselves, constantly bettering themselves. They're not coming and looking at somebody that's in woe is me and blaming the world and blaming everybody for their problems and issues. No. They coming and seeing somebody that whatever life brings, whatever happens, it's life. And so I have to deal with life. I have to deal with my problems. I have to deal with my issues accordingly. I can't blame everybody else for my life. I can't blame my issues and my circumstances. I can't even blame my past. At this age, at your age, blaming somebody for your past, that's something that throughout the years you come to terms with it, you heal it, you learn from it, you expand and you grow and you transform beyond your past, and you become something better, something vibrant. You take your past hurts, past pain, search trauma and abuse, and you transcend beyond that to become a better version of yourself because of it. That's what they see when they come to your page and they're watching you. They just waiting for the ball to drop. They're waiting for things to happen so you can fall apart and fall into pieces. But every time they come, every time they watch, you become better. You become stronger. You become resilient. Because you've learned the lessons from the past on up to now. You've learned how to take the bad and transform and transcend beyond something that's bad, that's traumatic, and something that is, negative, and take that energy and turn that thing around to something positive. Turn that energy, not the situation, but the energy around to be something positive. That you can move forward, that you can grow, and that you can build upon to grow, to make yourself better, to grow into something better, to see things from a better perspective, a higher perspective, whatever you need at that moment in time to transcend, to transform. You take that energy and you do it. You learned that. But this particular person that's holding all this animosity and watching you and interfering, they're interfering in your life and they're interfering and intervening by digging and probing and watching you in such a way, trying to piece everything, invading your privacy is what the right word I'm trying to get. Invading your privacy to the point where they are going against spiritual law. They're causing karma for themselves. But this particular person can't, they don't get it. They don't get you. And so they get mad with you. They have a lot of animosity against you. Because to them by now, you should be broke down, busted, and disgusted. You should be in a bad state. But nothing gets you down. Nothing, things happen. And they know things happen because they're invading your privacy. They know that certain things are happening to you, but they don't see you broke down. They don't see you broke, busted, and disgusted about it. And see, that's a problem for them. See, because things are happening to them, and they broke down, busted, and disgusted. They can't get right. They can't get their life straight. They can't get their mind right. They full of mental issues, traumatic events, trauma that they can't clean up. They can't heal. They can't get right. They can't get stable. They can't get grounded. They can't move on. They can't move forward. They're stuck in life, in that same cycle. And they can't get it, and they can't understand why it is that you're not like that. That's because you learned the lesson. That's because you did what was required. See, back then, when all hell was breaking loose and you was going through all the traumatic events and traumatic things was happening in your life, you made it up in your mind to take those things and go through it, not run from it, not blame nobody, not have a victim mentality about it, but you took ownership, accountability about what was happening to you, and you sat in that pain, and you looked at that pain, and you stood in that pain, and you healed it. You took what you needed to take from that. And when you got up and picked up the pieces and walked away, then you made up in your mind that you'll never go back. You'll never place yourself in that again. You'll never allow another individual to do that to you again. And so, from that point on further, you learned how to transform, transmute, transcend negative energy. Whether it's life issues, circumstances, situations, traumatic events that is happening at the present or happening at the recent past, or you see that's getting ready to happen. You've learned now through that way back when you had that traumatic experience in the past, all the way now to the present. You've learned how to not allow traumatic events to take over your life, to keep you stuck and stagnant in a cycle that you can't never ever move. Okay, like, share, subscribe. Hype, hype, hype it up, right? All right. So, if this resonated with you, this is your message, get in the comments and let me know. Let me know you rocking with me. Send me an emoji. Tell me your story. Tell me, put in the comments, that this resonated. Or you could just say resonated. Let a sister know. Don't leave the comments blank. Don't leave me hanging. All right. So with that, go ahead and do what you're going to do. And so with that, yeah. Okay. So with that, I'm going to say, I'm sending you love. I'm sending you healing. And Trinity is